Hey, hello, and welcome to Temple of the Divine, broadcasting to you live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media stations. We have special guests today with the Pleasure Principal as we talk about noise and toys for Sex Appreciation Month. Now, before we get started, we wanted to for Sex Appreciation Month, we wanted to go, we gave history of sex in the church was first, and then last week we were supposed to do a different segment where we talked about alter ego. Now we missed that one. But what I want to kind of just prime the audience with is to say what we want to accomplish with Sex Appreciation Month in general is just to really support you and making a transition of your belief system so that sex is okay, it's good, it's clean, and you don't have to be ashamed about it. Because when we talk about the map of consciousness and we talk about emotions, shame and guilt are at the bottom of the hierarchy, and at the top we go to enlightenment. So really, when we have hang-ups about our sexuality and sensuality, that leaves us down at a lower vibration, and then we can't really come into our fullness. So we don't want to feel guilt. We don't want to feel dirty. We don't want to feel any of those things about sex. We want to enjoy to have fun. And so these ladies brought the fun, okay? So we're going to have a ball today. So, so make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and definitely share, and check these ladies out. The Pleasure Principal. It's a completely online adult novelty and entertainment store. You can reach out to them at shoppleasurefirst.com, and also call at 313-717-9347. And if you have questions, you can call 313-355-6018 anytime. We're just going to open it up today. So, ladies, I am so excited to have you here, Miss Sharnita and Miss Star. So I am just dying to hear your story about how you came into the adult entertainment, but is it entertainment? Adult novelty and entertainment. How did you come onto this industry or this?
Well, let me start by, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate being here and being able to share our story. I feel like it is so important. I'm going to start by saying that Star and I, we were co-workers first at an organization that we both worked for. We became fast friends. And as friends, we started, like friends do, we started to share our goals and our dreams and our likes and our dislikes. And we just started talking about these business ideas and being entrepreneurs. This is what we wanted to do. But everything that we wanted to do was centered around empowering women and around showing up for women, appreciating women. So we used to talk about things like spa parties and pamper parties and paint parties, and then we both realized that we had a little freaking side. So then so then we started sharing different stories from our own personal lives, our relationships, ourselves, things that experiences had, and then it was like, ding.
Why don't we do this? It was like, that's what we do. So once we got into this, I will say it started off as conversation about how can we have additional streams of income. I don't think anybody necessarily sometimes just get into something without necessarily making sure you take care of home or you're supporting yourself and so on. But from there, the bigger concept grew in terms of, we just don't want to sell toys. That's anybody can do. It's an easy hustle. What more? What can we do that's more? From there, just general conversations with, of course, our community. And our community is most times our closest friends, our females that surround us, our mothers, sisters, daughters, best friends, all of those people. So just the conversations about women needing to be more educated about certain things, and it is amazing in terms of you thinking sex is everywhere. And being honest, it's mainstream. You cannot miss it. It's an everyday thing.
Yes, it is.
However, I will say, in the Black community, it's looked at different.
Interesting. How so?
More so, those conversations of shouldn't be too promiscuous. You know, if you are a little bit more free, as you say, you know, some people are accepting of that. Some people are very open to it, but there is still a lot of people that are not.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's because of the religious background that we have, like, prevalent? Or, no, like, what is it that makes
that plays a part
that
in
community
I think
more?
it's religious background, but I also think it's a little misogyny. I feel like and men can and will enjoy all the sex and the women that they want. And women, we're just not allowed that same liberty without being labeled, without being called, you know, you're a tramp, you're a slut, or you fucking everybody, or you're a hoe, you're this or you're that. And so you end up with people who want to be free. They want to ask questions. They want to experiment. They want to explore. But they don't feel like, how's my family going to look at this? What are my friends going to think? What is my work going to think?
Where do I even go?
Right. And so with that being said, it's like that's where we come into the state of mind where we want to empower you to say, sister, friend, woman, this is who you are. This is who God made you to be. This is your body. And just like we have power in all aspects of our life, sexual power is very, very powerful, especially with a woman. We are the givers of life. You don't ignore that. You personify that. You make that big, and you embrace that, and don't be afraid to be labeled. And sometimes, like she was saying, in the black community, it's black women that come for other black women. She need to sit down. She always put some clothes on. She twerking every time I see her. She this, she that. All the while, they're probably thinking that they wish.
It's insecurity. Because if it's naturally who you are, and you're suppressing the expression of who you are, then you never really come into the fullness of yourself. So you it's like you're stuck. So that's what I'm saying when I talk about the map of consciousness. I'm like, okay, if you're stuck down here in shame and guilt, how can you ever really explore? How can you even really have that kind of relationship with your partner?
Exactly.
Because you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you like. You gotta explore to even figure that out. And so we don't even really have. At least I know me growing up, I didn't really have a dialogue like that going on.
Some don't.
No.
I will say this. I was blessed in the aspect of I actually had a parent that was very open. Like I could sit and talk with my mother about any and everything.
That's awesome.
To be honest, she was the first person to take me to the store to buy a toy. Really? And the reason why she did it, and you know, some people was like, oh, that's a little No, the reason why she did it was, one, I was entering college. I was in that space where I just didn't want to be out here having sex randomly with whoever and doing whatever. And she was just like, I'd rather know that you're still taking care of yourself, but you're doing it safe. And we're having these open conversations versus you searching for something and you end up with the wrong thing. And a lot of times that happens. A lot of time, especially with young women, you know, you're still learning about yourself at that age. 18, 19, you think you might know everything, but really you don't. So you're really just learning about that sensual side of you, who you are sexually. That's where a lot of experiences starting and you're coming into yourself. So I want to say, especially with us, we're not just gearing towards just women our age, you know. We're looking at the women that are coming into age of 18, coming, you know, older women, and we've been surprised at some of the shows we have had. We have had older younger ladies come to the table or come up to us and ask us different things about some of our products. What can they use to satisfy themselves, satisfy their partner, figure out different things to spice up the bedroom, and then also just having serious conversation about, well, in my day and age, this wasn't allowed, or this wasn't here, or you know, this wasn't presented to me as it is with you guys now. So, you know, learning about your own sexual self, your id or your center is very important. I think for us, some of the topics that we definitely in some future podcasts and things that we plan to delve into and workshops, especially going into like sexual trauma for women and just a lot of different things, because sex is not just sex, especially somebody can say, oh, I can just go have as many partners as I want to, do what I want to, X, Y, and X, Y. But it's that energy. It's also understanding yourself, understanding your center, getting to the point to understand why you do what you do, why you feel shame or you feel insecure when it comes to expressing what pleasures you like, what you don't like. Sometimes also understanding what trauma occurred. You might not think the first time you had sex with somebody, if it wasn't enjoyable or certain things that took place, what part of that whole experience created a foundation or laid the pathway for you to feel how you feel about your future sexual partners.
And you'd be surprised, well, you probably wouldn't, how much of your childhood and your growing up experiences that you, and the interactions that people have had, women have had in the past with their first partners, with their first unwanted experiences lead them to where they are today. So that's all a part of the empowerment, the healing process, the growth process, and coming to know that it is part of you, it's part of your identity, and there is nothing wrong with exploration. There's nothing wrong with finding your own pleasure. It's just really, I can't say the word empowering enough, because that's just sitting here talking, I'm exhilarated, because it's just to be able to share that,
to have an open conversation, about it.
And I feel like, and even though there are still those who will look at you, I remember, we do different pop-up shops and things like that a couple weeks ago. Some people will come to the table, and a young lady was filming, and she kept just saying, oh, this is the nasty table, this and this, that, and I was just so, I wanted to pull her to the side, like, what's nasty about this? You know what I mean?
How do you think that happened? Like, how did it get to be nasty? Because it's like it's the most natural thing that we do.
It is.
Nobody looks at two dogs doing it and be like, oh, that's nasty. No. It's just a natural part of life. So how did we get from natural, here's what we do, to nasty?
I think childhood. Just like we were talking before, in your household, how open was your dialogue? And in most cases, mothers will tell their daughters, you bring a baby home, I'm going to beat it out of you.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch that. Don't do that. Stay away from them boys. If you have sex, instead of shaming your child into not doing anything, tell them what's going on. Tell them about their body. Don't make them, if you catch them in the bathroom and they playing with themselves, talk to them and sit down and say, this is what you're feeling right now. I know you have these urges. Let me tell you why.
Do you think they knew?
The parents?
Do you think they knew? Like, sometimes I feel like there's like generations that just don't know. Like,
I don't think they know.
feel shame.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Like I feel like my mom, there's certain things she was like, oh, I would never do that.
I would never do that.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, right.
But you know what I'm saying? I was like, I would never do that.
Like, I think it's generation after generation that stigma, and then you pass it on. You just continue to pass it on. This mother's going to tell this mother, this daughter this, and then this. And so you have to break it. You got to break that cycle. I'm working on breaking the cycle with my daughter. Even I didn't start off this way. I wasn't always this free and empowered. I had to grow, and I had to learn, and I had to get over my insecurities and learn to accept myself as a sexual being. And if I crave it and my desires and these things, and not feel like I have to be ashamed for what I want to experience or what I want to have done or whatever. And so just now getting to the point where I'm talking to my daughter who's grown, she's an adult now, about different things, and like, and just even that conversation can still feel a little touchy, because sometimes it's always looked at as for babe. Don't mention that. Don't say this. Oh, Mom, you embarrassing me. I don't want to talk. I don't want to have that kind of relationship with you.
It's funny too, because do you feel like sometimes I feel like there's so much negativity around sex, because like even for this month, for August, I was like, I actually Googled, I was looking for like an established sex appreciation month. And there's nothing. There's sexual assault month.
Found sexual assault.
Sexual health was about sexual diseases. I mean, there's all this stuff, but there's nothing that really appreciates the act itself, and how, and even though everyone desires it and craves it, it's like, why is it so, I don't
talk about it, don't.
Well, it's two sides to it. It's in your face.
Right.
And when I say it's in your face, because the reality is
It's
every show,
definitely in your
every
face.
show,
Yes.
primetime TV, cable networks, it's some form of it, you know.
Entertainment industry, singers,
It's
rappers,
there.
no
So
matter what the color
you
or
can't
culture.
ignore that.
Yes.
I think there's still this need to attempt to tame it and manipulate it in order to show how they want it to be seen. So because of that,
Regulations.
that's where, like, when we were doing research coming into this month, we like to keep up with certain things, like certain dates, especially as a company that promotes sexuality and sex and, you know, expression and freedom. Just a couple weeks ago, we know was National Orgasm Day.
I remember that. Yeah,
so we was sending out jokes to all our family and friends and talking
Yeah.
about different things. But when you came into August, I literally had to. I was on the internet for about almost 2 hours before it came up that it was Sexual Appreciation Month, because everything else it came up after. Look, I had to click, but that was like 2 hours into searching. Everything else popped up easily.
Right. Let's do a quick station ID. You are watching Temple of Divine, where we help to celebrate, discover, and explore the divine in you. We are here today with the Pleasure Principle with Miss Charnita, Miss Star, and they're breaking it down on how you can be free and how we need to work to be free in our sexuality so that we can be free spiritually as well. So, you're watching on Wjzz Cool TV. Please make sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, call in, ask a question. Look. We're going to get into the toys. And so I know you're going to have questions. I know you want to call in. So just go on and call in 313-355-6018. And we're going to get into it in a minute here. But the key is for you to get free and to know that we're going to clean up sex. We're going to clean up the sex conversation.
Clean it up.
We need to clean it up. That needs to be like a marketing campaign. Clean up the sex.
Yes.
Clean up the sex.
Look, she been write that down.
I am.
We're going to be
Because I
back
do
for another
marketing,
show.
and I'm going to clean up the conversation. Seriously.
Yes, I like that.
It's really important because when I started, you know, I went through a spiritual awakening. And when I started out just wanting to share spiritual awakening with people. But people that are in a spiritual awakening, they already kind of know, like they're on the path.
Yes.
But then nobody, you know, everybody knows about sex. And because there's such a big concentration of those like lower level vibrations related to sex, I thought this is a great topic to help us to kind of clean up the conversation and help people kind of elevate. So how do you connect the spirituality and aspects of sexuality? Or do you kind of address that at all?
Okay.
Or look at it that way at all?
So let me say this. A lot of times, and right now, we're actually coming into our first year anniversary.
Okay, congratulations.
So this first year was more so focused on introducing ourselves, getting ourselves out there, meeting people. A lot of the spirituality conversations come about off a whim right now. And when I said off a whim, I mean more so you walk up to the table or you walk up to an event we're having an event with you, and you just might, me and you're just having a general conversation about something. You might ask about, I'm having an issue with actually having an orgasm. Sex is great. It doesn't hurt. Me and my partner enjoys it, but I can't seem to have an orgasm.
Okay.
First question is going to be, why do you think that is? Or what are you thinking when you're actually having sex with your partner? Like,
you get into those conversations?
Are you and your partner feeling connected? You know, what issues are happening between you and that partner? Or do you think your partner is the reason that's causing it? Or is it something more internally with you? Once you start having those questions, those kind of lead into, you know, one, have you considered talking to a therapist? Always first question. We both have backgrounds in mental health, that whole spectrum. You know, both of us at some point finna go back. Well, she's finna start back on her master's.
I am a social worker by trade,
and I'm about to go back for my second master. So this is arena, ladies. This arena. Look, this arena we play in that regards.
Yes.
But then once you get past that, then that's when you start talking about. And I'll say for both of us have our meditation rooms,
Yes,
our own. So
absolutely.
when it comes to spirituality,
We do.
we do it.
Right.
Like we there
Yes.
in that aspect of it. But sometimes you
Rituals,
have
everything,
to
yes.
when you start having those conversations with young ladies and women, you have to see one or feel where they're at because everybody won't be receptive
Just like
to
you said with the awakening.
you introducing and saying or taking it there. They might just be looking for what I call the underlining or what's right there in front of their face and they want a quick fix. And I can make suggestions of the hoo-ha. I can tell you, you know what, why don't you try this toy right here because I know it'll get you there, you know.
Yeah.
But then that becomes another problem because I basically have suggested this toy to you, but that still don't solve the issue for why you can't reach your orgasm, why you can't experience that, you know, euphoric feeling with your mate.
Right.
Like, what is the disconnect? What is missing there? What has happened that's causing that?
So do you see yourselves having like a practice? I mean, since you both have that,
absolutely.
that background.
That's
Absolutely.
ultimately where we're
That
going.
is an ultimate goal.
Okay.
We are just kind of starting with the education going forward, where we want to have classes, information sessions where people can call and have conversations with different topics, like she said, not being able to orgasm, what's going on with you spiritually, what's happening inside of you.
That sounds like
because
a show.
It does. It does.
We have a
Because
lot of
it's
stuff
not
lined
always, like she said, physical or sexual. It's spiritual. It's mental. It's a blockage there. So what's happening there? We also want to do informational things around sex. Do we have to use
Whatever you say. Whatever
giving
you want.
head, fellatio, cunnilingus, oral sex, all of those things to let everybody know what is it that you're doing right and wrong, and what does a man really want. We can have a man have
Or
a
what do the
conversation.
women- Look, or the question, what do the woman
What
want?
does the woman really want? Like, how
Exactly.
can I be pleased? This is how you need to use your tongue here. This is how you need to use your mouth. Different things like that. So yes, definitely those education pieces going forward are something that we are definitely leaning into, bringing people in to talk and speak with the ladies. We promote sexual health and wellness as well. So we are very big on using condoms. We always give them out when we're somewhere. We're very big on, like out here we have the lubrication because we know that women at a certain age sometimes it just don't flow like it used to. Sometimes, you know, it takes a minute for your partner to get you going, you know, whatever. So we have those things that you could work with, that will work with your body, and we educate them on letting them know, like, what feels better to you, what's better to use. Do you want water? Do you want water-based lubrication? Do you want? So we'll get into that when we get into our toy section part of the show. But yeah, we definitely plan to move forward and with the education piece. And
so what do you think is the biggest obstacle then for a woman who so there's kind of like, you know, that there's tons of women out there and that need the education, that maybe they don't really understand why they feel the way they feel. What is the biggest hurdle? Because I know from a spiritual awakening part, there's history and there's layers and you have to work through it. Like there's a spiritual component, but like if I'm a woman that's sitting, you know, I'm watching this and I'm like, man, okay, I see what they're talking about, but what's the first step? Like, what is it? Is it get a toy? I mean, or do your hang-ups prevent you from using a toy? Like, how can you help? How do you help the women to say it's okay and look, here, try this?
Step out of fear. That's the first. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of it has to do with your own fear. At the end of the day, yes, whatever traumas, whatever individuals put in your life, whatever you allowed to get planted into your life, whatever seed you allowed to get there, ultimately, you are the first step. You are the center. You're the person that's gonna say, hey, I don't like this, or I'm interested in this first, right?
Wait, center, not center. Don't go there. Okay.
So,
yes, I like that.
So once you get to that point, you have to take that first step. Meaning, if you happen to walk into a popular store and you saw a toy and you're curious about it, you know, of course, and I've seen it where somebody will look and then they'll just walk right back out the store and don't ask no questions. What purpose did that serve at all? Because you done saw what you wanted, you made an interest, but you allowed fear to come in and and stop you from
Fear of it. Well,
And
fear of what?
I'm gonna say this too. I think a lot of women have a fear of making their partners, male or female, whoever their partners are, feel insecure that they're not doing their job. So that will prevent them. We have a lot of people come up to the table and say, I know my man wouldn't want me using a vibrator. He wouldn't want me inserting anything else. So they don't have those conversations with their partner because they're worried that their partner is going to say, oh, and I'm not satisfying you.
Now that's a real concern. So how do you deal with that? How do you help him or her to be okay
Couples
with it?
play.
couples play.
We have a lot of couples play. We have a
Couples
lot of
play.
toys that you all
Couples
can engage in
play.
together.
Yeah.
Okay. Do it
Couples play.
together.
Okay, I'm ready to go to the next segment.
Okay.
Wait, okay, we got a station break in 5 minutes. Okay, well okay.
Yeah, so that's part of the conversation started. Like, sweetheart, this is something that we can explore. We can enjoy this together. We can try some new things
You
together.
start off small sometimes. Sometimes that's what it is. It's baby. Look, the reality is baby steps. Depending on
I brought
your
the baby
freak
steps
or
too.
where you at. Because
brought the
here's the
baby
thing.
steps. We brought the baby
we done
steps
had
too.
we done had where we done set up booths at different places and we're speaking to the public, doing different things. We done had males that are comfortable come up to the table, and of course it never fails me what they go for automatically.
Is what? What's what?
Normally bondage, restraints.
Always want to tie the woman down. What's up with that?
Handcuffs, blindfolds.
Those
men
be the
love
first
it.
thing they
Yes,
go
they
for.
do.
But then
Yes,
when
they
you
do.
suggest things like cock rings, oh, that won't fit. Yes, it will.
Yes,
Like, yes, it will.
Oh, so when it's for
yes,
him,
it will,
Like, it'll
sir.
him.
It will
Oh,
fit.
okay.
Or we'll start going into, just different conversations, or what can we use together? And those are the points that you have to kind of point to, especially with some of the women that are more concerned about what their mate might not like or may like.
Okay. Cool. Can we do an early station break? You're watching Temple of the Divine. I am your host, High Priestess Makita, and we are talking about sex, noise, and toys. We're so excited that you're watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and comment some more, and share some more, and invite your friends, because this is stuff y'all need to talk about that you're not talking about. But now you can talk about it, and you can link them in, you can hook them in to the replay or whatever, and find out. Let's start the conversation to clean up the sex, okay? Because there's nothing dirty here.
Nothing.
So,
Nothing
with
at
that,
all.
let me do my, we do have a couple of commercials. That you can sponsor the show. You can also have commercials as well. And so we just had a couple announcements. One, if you weren't there, you missed an amazing WJZZ Detroit Legacy Jazz Series last night at the Hotel St. Regis. It was the bomb. It's a nice, intimate atmosphere. You have to come. There's a couple more live, so you can still get tickets on Eventbrite. Do indeed make your way to the Legacy Jazz Series, because it is amazing, and you're going to be mad if you miss it. Now, the second thing is we do have the Vagina Monologues coming to you this weekend. It looks like at Artist Village in the morning, and the next hashtag the next. I'm not sure what that. I might have misspoken that, but tickets are available on Eventbrite, so check that out. And we will be planning to have a celebration, love-in to celebrate Sex Appreciation Month in September. So stay tuned for details on that. And we are here with the Pleasure Principal ladies here. They're about to break it down. Okay, the rest of the show, we're going to talk about the toys. So listen, if you have questions, call in. It could be anonymous. You don't have to tell us your name. Don't hide. We're all about no shame. This is no judgment zone. So call in at 313-355-6018 if you have a question. Now we about to dig into the toys. We call it noise and toys because I think the toys going to bring up some noise.
Yes,
but let's get into it, ladies.
Yes,
so talk to me about this stuff.
Okay, so
What you got?
we're gonna start with the lubes and the oils.
Okay.
So let's start here.
Now, what's the difference between a lube and an oil?
Okay, so the oil is just like, we just have like massage oils, sensual massage oils. And this is something that normally, like, somebody that comes up to the table that's not familiar with the products and they don't really want to try a vibrator or a bullet, but they still want to try to get them.
You try a vibrator? How you do
I mean, well, they don't want to buy one.
Right, I was
like,
saying,
what?
let's use
Where y'all hanging
right,
at?
'cause
Wait
you
a
can't-
minute.
No, you can't return it. You can't return it.
No
Right,
exchange,
I'm like,
no
no
refund.
return, no exchange.
They don't
no
want to.
refund.
They're not ready to
Oh,
get
okay.
into something like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
sometimes they'll go for something a little sexy. So they'll have like a little sensual massage oil.
Uh-huh.
It smells good. You rub it on. Sometimes it warms up depending on the kind it is. So you get that little warm feeling. It smells good, and this just provides a nice little sexy vibe. Y'all slide around on each other. You know,
literally
Slide
slide
on
around.
each other.
slide
All
around on
right,
each
okay.
other. Now this right here is juicy as fuck. Juicy AF.
Juicy AF.
So
Okay.
Juicy AF is a water-based lubricant.
Okay.
And this one has flavor to it also.
Ooh,
so
flavor.
this is
Why,
actually
why might we want some flavor on
well,
that?
just
Lube?
because if
You
you
might want to put your mouth on
Oh,
that.
right, we gonna put a mouth
Let's
on
be-
it.
let's be
Don't
honest
be
about it.
ashamed to put your mouth on it,
because
okay?
you do have lubes that don't have flavor. So
Okay.
let's just
Yeah.
say you haven't told your partner that you got a little problem getting started up and you're not as wet as you would like to be. You go and you dab a little of this on your finger and you get yourself ready, and he doesn't know. But when he go down there, he's gonna taste his watermelon. And he gonna slip and slide with it too. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okie dokie watermelon.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also have, this is hot stuff. This
Hot
is another
stuff.
massage oil, and I think this
So
is
this is a warmer. This
a
is one of.
warmer.
So there's
Oh,
different
yes.
lubricants. There's some that they have out now that is supposed to create a warming sensation. Just to create that extra comfort to it, of course. And I will say this:
Oh, I get to put some on.
Ooh.
Oh.
rub that in.
Some
I'm
people-
about to rub
some
it,
people
rubbing
don't
it
necessarily
in.
like the hot or the warming sensation.
Ooh,
Then
I'm getting
also
hot,
keep-
y'all.
Also, keep
It's
in
okay to get
mind-
hot.
This is blackberry.
Oh, that is warm, and I
yes.
feel that.
Yes.
But
Ooh.
also,
Oh my
this is also
goodness.
one of those moments with you and your partner or by yourself, you learning what bothers you, what doesn't, what
Right.
can create
That's right,
irritations. Because
Oh.
I will say, depending on the product, some of the warming gels can get a little bit too warm.
Too warm.
And especially if you're using it in the lower region. Okay.
And then if you're
That can
sensitive,
create-
ladies, gentlemen, make sure you pay attention to the hypoallergenic products. We do have those that will not irritate you, because if you're sensitive, you can get irritated by some of the flavors or the ingredients that are in things.
And
So
this
just
is where
really
we
make
go
sure.
into the health mode of
Yes,
it, where
yeah.
you can get yeast infections, you can
Oh,
get
really?
UTIs. This is the things where
From the different ingredients.
yes,
You
you
can get it
can.
from the
Are
ingredients.
there
can't.
some ingredients that are more likely to cause that than others?
It depends on your body chemistry.
Oh, okay.
That's what a lot of that depends on.
Okay.
And this is where I say you have to learn yourself, because we do offer a lot of products that are considered all natural products, that are a little bit more healthier, a little bit it can provide some of the same benefits, but not necessarily some of the same things.
Okay.
So we
And
always
this
like
right
to
here,
skip
this
that out.
this is your best friend.
It's
this
called
is
a toy cleaner.
Toy
Okay.
cleaner.
This is $5.99, and it will save you that little $6 will save you trips to the doctor's office. Like Star was just
Oh.
saying, you have to clean your toys properly after you use them and before.
Oh, and
I
before?
can't. Yes, you want to
Yes.
do it. You don't want to just snatch something out the box and get to using it. Clean it straight out the wrapper. Use it. Clean it again. Make sure you properly store it in something, a nice little satin sack or something that is nothing is going to be touching it, because you got to remember, this is entering your body. If you're using a vibrator or a dildo, this is entering your body, so you want to protect it. Keep it wrapped up just like you would
Health
anything.
is wealth.
It's very much so. Is.
So you definitely want to make sure that you're cleaning your
Okay, I
toys
didn't
and
know
different
that.
things
Very much so.
appropriately.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can't. And here's the
Yes.
thing I also want to stress: because of what some of the toys are made with, to keep them longer or to make sure you're protecting them, just using regular soap is not necessarily cleaning them.
Oh, that's interesting.
those
to know.
are
I did
things
not
that
It's
know
you-
washing them.
You know
It's
what I'm
different.
saying?
It's a
There's a
difference.
difference,
There's
and you
a
have to make
difference.
sure
Now,
that
what
you're
does it do?
actually taking the time to clean your toys and make sure you're sanitizing them properly, and then storing them up.
It's
Oh, okay.
just to keep you.
So washing them, just
washing them in
It's-
soap and water, it's fine, but it's not the same as cleaning and sanitizing. It's just like when you're clean with your floors. You throw that bleach in there because you know that's gonna get that sanitizer. That's gonna kill that bacteria. That's gonna get everything out of there.
Okay.
As opposed to just washing them with dish detergent or what have you like that. So yes, so
Awesome.
you wanna.
Okay, we're gonna get started on this one. Okay, so one of our popular products that a lot of ladies constantly ask about are the roses.
Okay. Talk to me. I saw the roses on the website. I was like, "What's that? How you use that?"
So everybody loves this one toy. It's super popular. They have about at this point several variations. We have
a lot, yes.
The one that just do suction, the one that does suction and licking, the one that does suction, licking, and vibrating, the one that can be inserted for the G spot.
That's this one.
We have all of these different kinds that are currently out now.
Okay.
So I guess it's for your preference, okay?
Okay.
Right now, this one, it just, of course, looks like a rose.
Right.
Straight little tulip.
Mhm.
It does come with a chargeable base.
Okay.
And sometimes it doesn't come with the chargeable base. Sometimes it just comes with the plug that you just make sure it lines up correctly and it'll charge it silently, okay? This particular one.
Do we need an outlet? Can we plug them in?
No, I don't know if this one's there. No, this one's not. So
Okay.
I'll let you.
Oh, so this just vibrates?
Yes, but
Where
as
you
you
put
push
it?
the button.
This is the suction. So put your finger right there. So if you put that on your clitoris, okay.
Put this on your clitoris.
Put that on your clitoris.
Okay.
Then it vibrates and it sucks, and you get that.
And then if you want to increase it every time you push the button, it'll change the. It should change the different vibrations, pulsating,
very
suction,
good.
and everything else for you. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
I'm gonna be right back. Keep going.
It's one of the most popular ones we have, as well as that one right there that has the tulip.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you all can see, that's the tongue right there. Okay, you see it from the side. You know what to do with that tongue. And look how fast that's going right there. So you can control that. So this is the rose. This is why it's popular. Myself and my partner, we got a love-hate relationship with this here rose. Okay, the reason is, yes, it's very popular and it does do a job. However, it is not the best product that we have. It's just gained a lot of popularity from,
everybody talking about it. And everybody has a curiosity with it.
Which one is this one?
This is another rose.
Okay.
This is for entry. So that's a G-spot stimulator, and then this is the tongue.
Okay, now I got a probably dumb question.
Okay.
I'm really gonna ask this question. Where is the G-spot?
So, right inside your vagina, if you got that little hook right up
Hence
in there.
the curve.
Yes. So if you ever put your finger inside yourself and you feel like gritty part of your vagina feels like it's kind of rough, like maybe have bumps on it or something, that's where your G-spot is. That's where your G-spot is. So really, to be honest, like all the dick that we like to get, the 9 and the 10 and the all those, and you don't even need all those inches.
They don't get there. They can't get.
You don't need all those inches because it's really right there. And if he's, I'm not gonna.
All you guys,
that's another segment. That's another segment right there.
So you fellas with the little ones, it's okay.
That's another segment.
Size doesn't matter. Size does not matter.
It's always a preference. That is a preference. That's where.
But it does not matter.
Going. So while you turning this off, I'm gonna find. So this is one of our most popular products. This is called the Screaming Old Panty. Okay,
Screaming Old Panty.
Screaming Old Panty. This is for couples play. So what it is they're panties. You can kind of see on the back that the woman wears or your partner wears.
Okay.
There's a small vibrator in here, right here. Okay. And inside the panties, there is a little spot for that vibrator to go. This comes with this ring right here. All right. So the vibrator and this ring, they're Bluetooth together. Okay. So your as long as you're within 50 feet of your partner, They can give you a party in your panties from across the road.
Oh, I was like, wait, date night. Okay.
Yes,
I
yes.
got this vision. It's date night.
Yes.
You sitting across the table from each other.
Yes.
You in little panties.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they pop that ring, and that vibrator gets to going inside those
Oh.
panties. We reorder this a lot.
Oh,
and the men buy this.
Christmas list.
Men buy this
Yeah,
a lot.
a lot
Put
of
that
men
on
buy
the camera.
that.
Can we put that
Yes.
there?
The
Well, they
spring-
can call you. They can go to
Yes.
the Pleasure Principle.
Wait.
First. No,
It's
Shop
at
Pleasure
Shop
first.
Pleasure First.
Shop
.com.
Pleasure
first. The screaming out.
Okay, screaming.
And this is the cock ring Miss Star was
Okay,
talking
talk
about
about the
earlier.
cock ring.
Okay, so this is actually one of our best sellers. We had a lot of these, and the reviews. We actually have a few reviews on our website for it, but the reviews that we got back was really crazy. So with technology now, most of us are very technology savvy. With this particular cock ring,
So what is a cock ring? Is it really like what it says?
yes, it goes on the cock like a ring.
Okay.
It's stretchable, so it's one of those things where regardless of girth, length, all of that, it will fit, it will stretch to go.
Okay.
Normally, with the cock ring, the male will make sure that they push the cock ring all the way back towards the base. And the reason why is once they insert into their partner, the space in between there for the cock ring will create extra vibration, so it can create extra stimulation for the clitoris of the woman while he's going in and out of her,
And also for him as well.
and also for him
Because it's
while
vibrating.
it's vibrating,
And
the
it also
pulsate.
helps him to stay hard.
Okay.
So while you're contacting,
Yes. So when he's moving in and out or around and around or however he likes to make his moves, okay?
Up, down,
All right.
whatever stroke of motion.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you're gonna feel that. Zip, zip, zip.
So
So it's almost like having a toy, a bullet, and being penetrated at the same time.
So this is one of why we say this is actually a really popular couples toy.
It is. Yes. It is.
And
is it
what's
Bluetooth? No, it doesn't
and
have to be
it
Bluetooth.
is.
It's
It
a-
doesn't
it goes
have
with
to.
an
We
app.
do have some that
It
are
goes with
not.
an app.
This
But
one
this
has
one
the
right here can be programmed to your phone.
Mhm.
So what's cool about it is the vibrations actually can be programmed to play based on whatever song.
Music.
So say you got the mood set, you got music. I think my favorite one to always reference is Moments of Love, because you always think about all the riffs and the bumps and how it changes. So no, wait a minute. So
Yeah,
put that
exactly.
to this, and it's a whole different situation. Okay. So a lot
let
of
me
people,
see.
a lot of people love it. It has a real clean, sleek look to it. And on top of that, you can program it to your phone as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi. So the best way to describe it is, say this is at home, and say your wife or your girlfriend has the app on her phone and she's at work. Y'all not in the same building, y'all nowhere near the same place, but he's connected to Wi-Fi. She at work, she can turn it on at work. She can call you and say, yo, I want you to go put that on real quick. And while he's at home,
And I'll
she
be
can
there.
she can turn it on, and she getting him together,
Like,
and then walk
And
through
I'll
the
be
door,
there. Get ready for me. I'll be there.
and then they can start the party together.
Oh, that's
And we
nice.
So that's
have,
the cool
like,
thing about
quite
this.
a few Bluetooth
We have a lot of
toys.
Bluetooth toys.
Yeah.
We have one that a lot of people like
With
that is
remotes
for
also.
the couples, but it's geared towards the woman. So she can be at home, and husband at work, or boyfriend at work, or he wherever
Spice
he
it
at.
up.
Mhm.
And
Spice
he
it
has the
up.
remote to control
Controlling
it. So
that
he's
toy
basically
through his
controlling the
phone.
toy and doing whatever while she walking through the house. Or I've heard people walking through the mall, or they out and about and have it inserted, and their mate just turn it on
Come
randomly.
on, baby.
So it's
yes,
fun.
yes.
Wow.
Okay, moving on. I'm getting hot in here, child. Ooh,
Oh,
all
no,
right.
no.
Okay, so
It's
here's
heating up
something
in the
nice and
room.
simple, and then I'm gonna start get to the we're anal.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Get
We
the booty.
got to cover
Okay.
everything.
Got
Look,
everything.
cover
So
everything.
this is something nice and simple, what we call deep throat to go spray. This is also a pretty popular product with the women, and this is basically just you can take this spray with you, slide it down in your purse, and you put it, when you're getting ready to give some head or some oral sex, and it helps relax your gag reflexes. So if you
That's why
if
it's
you-
called Deep Throat to Go.
Yes. So if you're struggling and you feel like you want to swallow it but you can't, you want to get it all the way back there but you can't.
Gag reflex.
Don't leave home without it.
Don't leave home without it.
Like American
I'm gonna have to get a bigger purse for my
Terrible.
Yes.
And I know we're getting ready. We almost running out of time. So after
let me do a quick station ID. You are watching Temple of the Divine, where we like to celebrate and discover and explore the divinity in you. And you are watching on Wjzz Cool TV, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media stations. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Come back every Friday at 2 p.m. and check us out. And we are having an amazing time here with these ladies here from the Pleasure Principle Shop, pleasurefirst.com.
Yes.
So check them out. And we are talking about more toys. And I don't want to run out of time before we get to the booty part.
Okay.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to take you off your thing, but yeah.
Oh, well, no, you're fine. Okay, so some of the toys and novelties that we have are, of course, anal plugs. We do have more adventurous toys for the anal, but normally these are where your base start at for a lot of our different consumers that come up to us and say, oh, I'm interested in starting potentially anal play or different things like that. Most times we have a lot of sets. So we'll have sets that start off with your smaller
so
anal plug that gradually go up. So here's the conversation or the infomercial I'm about to have on having the conversation about anal sex. A lot of times people are just ready to kind of dove into it. And of course, they need to take the time to have those conversations with their partner about making sure they create safe words, make sure they communicate with each other about respecting each other's body, and then also understanding lube is your friend back there.
Friend.
Your butt
Lube
does
is your
not
friend.
necessarily create the same lubricant as your vagina would. So with that being said, when you're entering foreign territory, as we could put it, you want to make sure your lube correctly. You want to make sure that you're able to actually go back there, so it's not more of a hurting experience for your partner, but it's more pleasurable.
So is there a different lube? So there's a different lube for the anal versus the vaginal?
We do have different
like you
lubes.
can't use the same one in the same.
You can't. Well, you can if you. It depends on the type of lube that you get. If you get the proper lube that is comfortable for your front as well as your back, you can do that. We do have dual.
And then you find a lot of stigma around the anal. I mean, do you find like there's more people that are open to that now?
You know what I find? Like either they do it or they don't. And if they do it, they do it.
Look.
Like I have had people walk up to the table and be like, give me this set right here, and it'd be like big, bigger, biggest, and you'd be like, ooh, all right, get ready then.
Wow,
You like, so it's that's it's not a fine line with it. It's like I'm into it or I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
We have so just so you know, like we do focus on women a lot, but we
love our fellas.
We do love our fellas, so we want to let you know that we do have toys for you men. We do. This is a masturbation sleeve. Okay, it's called the Vortex. This is included. It has lube included in here, and it also has a DVD. Okay, it's the stroker that tightens right where you need it to. That's what it says on the back. So you let your imagination run wild, and as you're going back and forth into it, it gets tight. It clenches you just like a vagina. You know, a tight vagina. I know all vaginas don't do that, but I know. I'm just saying. So just to let you know, and we have plenty of products.
And you're not gonna go blind.
No,
Look,
exactly. You're not gonna shoot yourself in the face. So we do have products for men as well.
Okay.
We have products for some stuff we might not get to, but this.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking.
This is our showstopper, and let me hurry up and get it out of the pack. The name
speaks for itself.
So this right here, I'm gonna let you feel this because it feels
Christmas list ready.
It feels like a second skin. It's very, very sleek. Just feel how. That's a good quality silicone.
Oh, it
right
is. What's going on here? Oh, yeah.
And the showstopper does a multitude of things. The showstopper vibrates. The showstopper wiggles. And the showstopper thrust. Let me see if I get that thrust going. Is it good? Is it moving?
Oh. It's vibrating.
But it has several different speeds. It has clitoral stimulation. It's powerful. It twirls. It vibrates. It does all type of things. Fellas, don't mess up. Okay, your replacement is here. All right, just keep it. Just be nice. Just be real nice. But look at that. Look at that. There you go. That's what I was trying to do.
All right, now sign me up. Oh my goodness.
That's a showstopper right there.
Oh my goodness.
Back and forth.
Woo,
Look
can
at
I touch you?
Yes.
Oh. All right, I'm okay with being single now. Thank you very much. See you later. Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay, can I?
This is $129.
Oh my goodness, worth every
But it's
inch
worth
of it.
Yes,
Oh,
it
that's
is.
an inch. I mean dollar.
That too. That too.
Yes,
Oh, my
ma'am.
goodness.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, anyone want to send me a Christmas gift or something like that? I'll take one of those.
She's gonna take a showstopper.
Oh,
Take a
my
showstopper.
I'm trying to turn this thing off. He don't even want to quit.
No, he don't want to quit. He don't want to
Like,
quit.
speeding
Oh
up and
my
everything.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Look, you like
You can't even turn it off. It ain't gonna roll over and go to sleep. Nothing. It's just gonna keep going. Wow.
So yes, we also sell beautiful, lovely, sexy, lacy, kinky lingerie. So we do have a lot of lingerie available. We have so many products, a lot of bullets, vibrators, whatever you like. I'm pretty sure that you can find it at the Pleasure Principle. And if you can't find it, just contact us. We will get it for you because we definitely aim to please. What's your pleasure? What's your pleasure? We aim to please. Did I leave anything out?
Awesome. So what else
That's
you got?
it.
We got a few more minutes. It's just
We
okay.
do?
I think
Come on.
so.
Oh,
What
we
else
do?
you got?
Okay,
We got a few
cool.
more minutes.
Okay, so
I don't see any calls. Oh, come on. You know you got some questions. Go on and call in. I know you watching. You know how
We
we
know
don't
you
want to know.
watching.
We don't know your voice or anything. 313-355-6018. Come on. Okay, what you got?
So we got some of the more simpler vibrators
What's that?
here. Oh, this is just a powerful vibrating bullet. So
So we
I think
sell a lot of these.
we have a lot. These are
What I call your pocket friend. You stick it in
and
your
they're
purse,
very,
you
very
go about your
comfortable with it.
business.
Very comfortable with that.
And do people like wear them? Like you just have it on all day?
No. I wouldn't suggest that at all. No,
Okay.
you just use it to your best ability when you get ready to. It's very discreet. This one takes one battery, I believe, one AAA battery. You turn it on down here at the bottom right here, and it's
like
just
a
like
twist arm.
Oh, we have a caller.
Just a clitoral.
Go ahead, caller. Hi, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. How you doing today?
I'm fine. I just wanted to compliment you ladies for providing the education,
Oh, wow.
especially for the guys.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you
And
so much.
I want to suggest that you maybe do more education with the guys to invest in their own intimate future by maybe they want to purchase toys or things like that.
Okay, absolutely.
Definitely,
We'll
definitely.
take that into consideration. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Do we have another caller?
Yes, my name is Dr. Haki. I was calling in to wonder, do they have any, you got the gag reflex, but do we have anything for the, the anal licorice? Is there any
Anal
of those available?
licorice.
Anal
Do we have
liquor.
anything for the anal licorice? Is that what you said?
Anal licorice.
Anal licorice.
Oh, anal licorice. You know what? That is something that we have to look into. Do you mean like something that, like, if somebody is licking your anus, your butt, that they could get a little
Yes,
flavor
'cause,
going on?
sometimes they like all the pie. So, I didn't know if it's some extra cream you sell for the extra.
Yes, we
So
actually.
basically, you need cream for ass eating.
Oh,
That's basically what.
Is
Yeah.
that what you're referring to?
That's a cream.
Yes, but I'm being clean. How you gonna go nasty? I'm trying
We
to
can go
Yeah,
nasty.
we can go
This
nasty.
is WJZZ Cool TV.
We actually
we
do.
can go nasty.
We have products called Oralicious. And
Oh.
it's not here right now, but we do have products called Oralicious, and it's for all the oral, the male, the female, the back door, everything.
and the front door.
Oh,
Yes.
back
And
door,
it
the
is
front door.
actually
Oh.
flavor cream that you can put back there and go to town. Just do what you
Okay.
do it up.
anything for the nipples. I was having a little bit
Actually,
of,
we
Oh,
do
the
have
nipples.
some nipple and clit stimulating gel right here. This is
there's gel for that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
So
you
this
use
is
the same gel on the man's nipples because men's like they nipples lick too.
yes, they
Yes,
do.
yes, they do.
Yes, nipple and clit stimulating. This is stimulate.
I
You
know.
put it on there, and you get a little sensation. You know, use it to how you want to feel. If you want a lot of stimulation, then you put a lot. If you want a little stimulation, then you put a little. But it will definitely give you that tingling feeling, and it says back here a blizzard of pleasure.
A blizzard
Okay.
of pleasure.
That's a
Okay.
blizzard.
Look a whole lot.
Blizzard right there.
Oh, that sounds good. Well, I just want that's cool. I already subscribed to you, so I know how to get hold of you to order. But I just want to say, great show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Crystal. Awesome topic, and for ladies that are listening, child, liberate your damn self.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
calling in. We're running out of time here. You've been watching Temple of the Divine, where we discover, explore, and celebrate the divine in you. We're here with the pleasure principal
Yes.
ladies. I can't talk right now. I'm so excited about all
Thank
this
you.
stuff. So definitely tune in. Make sure we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media stations. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And come back on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We love to have you here. Thank you for watching.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.